But when I look
that's
at my
not me.
relationships,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is Sodom and Gomorrah has has happened in my life?
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at yourself and you're like, what? I did that.
Yeah. This is our future together. You're my ride or die.
Yeah.
So me say if you call me a ride or die, it's almost like an ick. Because
Really?
because what me literally ride or die and I died. I was really dying.
You're the one who died.
I died completely and he rode on. So
Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to One Word Podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Caroline Guku.
and my name is Joy Kabuga, and this is a safe space where we discuss about our lives before and after relocation and everything in between.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you that you're still following us on our social media platforms. We had a tiny hiccup where we lost our Instagram page, but we are so thankful for the support that you're showing us till now. All the links to our social media platforms are in the description box. Please, please, please follow us also there.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for your support. We can't thank you enough. So
Yeah.
we're here, bigger and better. And the one word for this episode is
Relationships. Finally, we're talking about relationships. It has been asked for a lot,
yeah.
and it's here. It's juicy. And disclaimer: as we dive into this conversation, that was the other Caroline in those relationships. It is now me.
Yeah.
I left her behind, and we have a new Caroline. So do not judge.
Yeah, but disclaimer is do not judge. If you're
Yeah.
coming here to judge, please just move to the next video because
Yeah.
this is a free of judgment zone. We have a lot to share, which I feel like,
That is not normal. That is not so traditional. That we're gonna get candid because we said it's a very authentic place where we share our lives like it has been. So
yeah.
woohoo! I'm happy and scared at the same time. So just to get the conversation started,
Mm-hmm.
how would you describe yourself? Who is Joy in a relationship?
Joy is I feel like I have my share of toxicity.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's a good place to start. I usually feel like people start with the good and then the bad.
The good are overrated.
So I'm pretty. I usually say like I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
But then when I go deep, I go deep dive,
Yeah.
And then I'm very vengeful also.
Oh wow.
Vengeful and petty, they go hand in hand. If you're deleting messages, I'm gonna delete twice as much. If you feel like you're deleting 5, I'm gonna delete 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Are you?
No, I'm never vengeful.
Really?
I can be petty.
So what's petty to you?
Petty is pick every mistake and start a fight with it. Like I thrive in chaos in relationships. I used to thrive in chaos in relationships. Like
Yeah.
I mean, not that I've cut you short, but I am also, so to say, I have some toxic traits, and I feel like mine are so special. I'll explain them. I am I am a lover. Like I love love. Yeah, I love. You know the way in Kenya we say when you're going into a relationship, just go with one foot, put one foot inside, the other one outside. Me, I go with both feet with my whole body. I lose the brain.
Yeah.
As I enter into the relationship.
Yeah, that's a fantastic thing to do.
Congrats. It is not. It's
obviously I'm being sarcastic because but I think this is what love does for you. I don't think anyone in love usually
has the mind right.
Yeah.
Now I think you can have your mind right, but for me, the experience is I've had only one committed relationship and I lost my mind in it. So maybe in the next one I know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other? How is Joel's in a relationship? Very vengeful, petty, have some bit of toxicity, I think.
Yeah.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm very loyal also.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, those are some good qualities over here. For me, it's the same what I've said. I'm toxic. I thrive in chaos. I
You're an
I'm not
FBI.
traditional. Like I don't do my relationship like everybody else.
Yeah.
I do my relationship the way it suits me and my partner at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just saying that I'm laughing because it's like all the types of relationships I've had, they are more or less taboos in our
Are they?
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I think about them, I'm like, woo!
What's your culture like? Maybe
See,
honest.
our culture
Yeah.
in Kenya, like they want monogamy, just you and a guy, and you have missionary
Speak to
sex.
me directly.
You have missionary sex, and if you go two fights, doggy, you know. But when I
Oh,
look
that's
at my
not me.
relationships,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, is Sodom and Gomorrah has has happened in my life. Have
Yeah.
you ever looked at yourself and you're like, what? I did that.
Yeah.
How was I at? But um I think I've been a very explorer. I've been an explorer in a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
I've explored so many things, and anything that I ever thought can be done, I did it with no fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, I started dating when I was in class 7, very early.
Yeah.
And that is where I realized I have also an obsession to my men. Because I remember there was this chick who was trying, or my boyfriend was trying to have something with her, and I confronted her before everybody and let her know that's my man. If I hear, if I smell, you're going down, and it won't be funny. And that's thinking about it. I'm like, oh wow, I started being obsessive to you guys for a very long time. But also, it stems from the fact that growing up, I didn't get so much attention at home. So when you get that person who's really invested in you, they want to spend time with you. They're attentive. They congratulate you. They tell you you're beautiful. Akina kwanza hizo siku hata we were wearing uniform. It's not like,
Mm.
but they get the time they want to spend with you. You hold on to it tight because it's a very comfortable feeling.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, that's interesting.
I know. My dynamics of dating, like I said, they're not traditional.
Yeah.
So of course I dated boys, here in high school, apakule, for the sake of it. Ndio watu wakienda fanki uletewe barua, like people cannot go to fanki come back without a letter. I had 10 boyfriends in 10 schools.
Did you?
Yeah, in
Imagine I
high
had
school.
none.
In
People
high
are not hitting
school.
on me. In fact, I used to wonder like if I look like a guy, Because I was like, hey, Connie, what's not going on? Oh
What's
my god.
happening? What's happening?
Hey man, I struggle. Every other person
Really?
was getting their dicks and
Me, I was
letters.
a
Me, I was
player.
the one selling them because now if you're not getting them, just sell the letters. Yeah.
Oh, really? Me, there's no funky. Actually, people would go and come back without Wangare's letter.
Really?
That was
Were they
non-existent.
being read like openly, like, oh my god, this is what
No,
he said? Or have you ever gotten a letter that was, so interesting? Like every other person was like, yeah, now this.
yeah, and you know what? I was very smart. Mimi na I was shikanga is zile lines za soap opera.
Oh
I
yeah,
would
yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
make boys run for their words.
Yeah.
So you couldn't just write me at your basic
Hmm.
a basic love letter. You had to marinate, and then we were using misemo for inch and composition.
Yeah.
Wangare would write misemos in the letter. I was like, oh, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think about is you. As the sun shines, you are my sunshine.
I woke up at the crack of dawn and all I could think about was the ray of sunshine from your heart to mine.
Sasa si umesema, unaona? I was very
Yeah.
I was very into it, but those was michezos too. It's just the attention. I really am a needy person for attention. I love attention,
Yeah.
and when it comes from a guy, I don't know. It really makes me feel good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Imagine me. I think I grew up without like people, giving me so much attention. I used to question myself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like when I was more younger,
Yeah.
much older guys would hit it. Like when I was still in my teen
Yeah.
years, then guys 40 years old plus, which are like guys in my church, would start to hit on me, and I'm like, hey, do I have a problem? Because why people my age? Why they? Is there a problem? Is it how I look?
Yeah.
And then kind of got used to, and then now I was almost like a solo person.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine was totally different. Me, I was with the small boys. but also that was just up to high school. And then when I finished my form 4, my dating changed completely when I went to the university, because that is when I started dating sugar daddies. Like, wow, I met this one guy, he introduced me to the lifestyle, and I was hooked.
Why you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed it so much because I don't know why. Maybe daddy issues, maybe because of the financial benefits or because of the freedom it comes with. Like, I was so afraid to commit. Like, me and commitment were water and oil.
What did you think commitment was? I'm sorry to cut you
Me,
short.
I thought commitment was just Mimi, I will be with one man
For the rest of your life. That's
for
so
the rest.
boring.
That's so. But I just even for 2 months, for me it was too much.
Really?
Yeah.
Had you ever tried before?
No, I didn't want to.
Okay.
It's unfortunate that I was surrounded by men who I would look at them and like, "Ay, this one that me na urumia mwenye anadate," you know. So like I had stereotyped men because there was this handsome guy who's in my area. He's my bro. Like, we can't have anything, and the way he was using women. So I had this stereotype, like, hata was warembo hawana tabia. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the same. If men can do, why not?
You're a strong feminist now.
Yeah. Girl power. I would cheat on behalf of all of you who can cheat. Yeah, I didn't want commitment, and then I didn't want to be accountable to somebody. You know, when you're in a relationship, you can just say, I'm going on a holiday to Malindi with who, why, how, now. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't want that. So I figured, oh wow, dating sugar daddies, and they're married. The kid asked me no question, no, and they're expecting nothing from me apart from the time, good time, you know, fun, road trips, whatever, holidays. Give them good company, that they're working with a very beautiful
People
young
are
girl.
so lonely, aren't they? Like older people.
I think some of them, like I talked with one, and he was like, he just made a very big mistake of marrying the wife when they were like 22, and now he doesn't love her anymore, but he doesn't know how to live because he has been living with this woman for the last like 30 years. He doesn't know life beyond that, so he's having the Rashungwa, which is me. And I really, really, really enjoyed this relationship because at the same time I could have friends with benefit, because I was not intimately involved with the sugar daddies, and I found that relationship so good. Like, I could do whatever I want, and nobody would ask me. No consequences. Exactly. If it's cheating, yes, I'm cheating. What are you going to do? Nothing. You know.
Yeah.
And it also helped me explore, because like, if you're dating a sugar daddy and you just with them, utaishi tu kujua missionary maisha yako yote, but then
were people not judging you, or were you not scared of judgment from people, like looking at you and being like, yeah, huyu ndio ule msichana anakujonga na Mercedes Benz weekend?
Mimi hata I liked it like that. Talk more about me. I didn't mind people because I knew what I was getting. Like, sasa mimi niache msugar daddy ni sababu umeongea, unanipea do? Are you giving me money? Is your gossip paying me? Aish. No, I was like, my mind is on my money. Actually, it sounds so bad, but it's true. That's exactly why I had them. But then also, it's a phase, you get tired, it becomes boring. And then I remember I had a very interesting relationship where I dated a couple. Like I said, I'm very needy for attention. So I dated a couple, and that was the most beautiful relationship actually I've ever had. Of course, there's no commitment also, and they cannot ask me anything also. But it was so beautiful to get all this attention and do whatever you want to do with this information. Do not ask me if I'm straight, if I'm a bisexual, if I'm non-binary. Do not ask me any of that. Just take the information that I'm giving you. And then I fell in love with such kind of a relationship. So I was like, I want, and we dated for 8 months. Everyone at the way I was patient. And it was nice. Oh my God, God bless you too. I wanted exactly that, and just my committed relationship exactly went that way.
Yeah. So you were manifesting.
I manifested, but whoa, manifestation ilikaa for a couple of you manifest and then pray for the person.
Yeah,
Like I think
yeah.
I got it, but I got it with the wrong person.
Mhm.
Such that people will use your wants as your heart desires
Against
you because they're like, she wants that. And most men, they want to cheat with a pass. So this guy was like, Appa, I will be cheating and
you. Yeah.
I will get a pass, which he did.
Mhm.
But also when you do with somebody who enjoys that kind of a lifestyle, okay, me, I know my mom is going to fast and end up mlima kesho. She's like, whoa, hizi ndo vitu msichana wangu anafanya nchamani. Mam, hizi niliona kwa TV stories ya ukweli. Like you just have to do it with the right person, then I think it will be the most beautiful thing. Yeah.
Well, mine have been actually quite different.
Yeah.
My first relationship actually was in high school, and it happened for 3 years.
Yeah.
I thought I was in a relationship with this person, but he kept lying to me. He lied he goes to Nairobi school.
Oh, wow.
He lied he lives in Karen, and he was only sending me pictures from Pinterest. And then what else did he lie? So when I met him, he was like a guy in Akala, and he always wore Akala shoes, and no one could know anything about him. I don't know. Like I even forgot about him.
Was he also a student at the end?
I don't know. I don't even think he was a student. I don't know who he was, because he just existed and then disappeared.
Really?
Yeah. And then I got into a relationship with another older guy after my high school.
Mm-hmm.
And this now was like, my first relationship. Now, achana na year high school, because nothing ever happened out of it.
Yeah.
So this one was like with a much older person. He was so nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also struggled like financially. But I was so comfortable like to just be in his space. But we never argued. We had like really bad communication.
Really?
And then my deal breaker was because he was smoking weed. And now I'm just from high school, and in high school we're being told like if you smoke weed, you're gonna get deformed kids.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no, there's no way I'm gonna get a child with
just from what you said that his smoking weed was a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Oh, well, but you wouldn't date my ex. What are your deal breakers?
Oh my goodness, lies.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. I'm really unattracted to lies, because why would you I ask you first. I'm very big on communication, so I speak. And I feel like if you're an adult, you need to know how to communicate. Exactly. You can't just be like, did you watch The Love Is Blind? I know like so many females watch Us.
Yeah.
And there is this guy who used to like not communicate with a girl. Like, do you remember the scene? I'm not sure if you watched it. The guy who was like, I don't like you in makeup.
Yeah.
That guy was.
Actually, they are breaking up because
you're wearing makeup. And I feel like that's also another thing why I would break up with someone. Don't tell me to change. If you don't like me as I am, just walk away. So that's even a good point, because that's one of our deal breakers. And then like not being able to communicate your feelings or emotions. I know some people really struggle, but like it's a relationship between two people. That's how it functions. How do you expect me to just automatically figure out like,
what's going on with
you? So I'm also
cheating.
Cheating is top of my list.
Oh, really?
Because I go into a relationship and I communicate that I think I want to have an exclusive relationship. So if you want something different, then just please communicate and tell me.
Yeah.
So when it happens otherwise, then I feel like that's part of lies and lies and me. Yeah.
Oh wow.
But then again, I'm like, I don't know, man. I think I would forgive cheating if it's not physical. But like when it gets physical, because you see also people like always blame the other woman.
No, blame the man. I mean, for me, I don't know. I have a weird relationship with cheating.
Yeah.
Because like my committed relationship, it was an one-sided open relationship, decision by both of us.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we said it and I'm thinking about it, people in an open relationship, people think open relationships are easy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that thing is a task, because it involves a lot of communication, a lot of trust.
Mm-hmm.
You have to trust that this guy, whatever he's doing, he has both of you in mind, such that he won't fuck up in a way that would affect you at the end. But these men don't do it, or at least the one I have had. And also coming to think of, actually, cheating should be a deal breaker for me, thinking about it. Because if I give you all this freedom, why would you? Because every open relationship has its own rules. if I give you all this freedom, why would you still? Because I
So
remember
what is cheating for you in an open relationship?
that's
Because
what I'm.
for most of us,
Yeah, cheating in an open relationship. That is, the man is allowed to have other women physically, whatever, just not attach themselves emotionally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So cheating is not for us. The agreement was I would know, like, hey, honey. Oh my God, it's gonna sound so bad. Like the bar was non-existent. Forgive me.
Yeah.
Hey, honey. I have a date later. I'll see you afterwards or something like that. But then there would be times where he wouldn't say it. So that is what I call cheating. Like I would call, hey, babe, we had actually plans. Then he's like, oh, I'm busy.
Yeah.
And then when later I'm like, oh, what were you doing? There was this girl, and I'm like, I didn't know. And then for him, just I don't know, it just came to my mind.
Yeah.
For him, it would be like, but you said you are okay when I'm with other women. It doesn't change that I'm okay. It's just that I'm not okay with the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
Coming to think of it, this motherfucker was a gaslighter because he
I
would
think
always
he
tell me
used
like,
it against you.
yeah, because he was like, he would start saying things like, this is not, you don't like this lifestyle. You're just playing with me. But actually, I like it. But the way you're doing it, it's not even the way we agreed on. Oh my God, all this time I was sane. It's dawning on me right now. I was saying I was not crazy because it made me feel crazy all the time.
And that's the thing also I really hate about, like, because you asked me like what's my deal breaker.
Yeah.
I hate when people start name calling or like putting tags on you, like you're crazy, you're dramatic,
stupid.
because you're reacting to something that
They
they
have
did that it's offending you. That to me is such a deal breaker, because why am I being dramatic? Because
Yeah.
now it's like, because for you now, for instance, you'd probably be like, why did you do that? I thought we had like an agreement that why
Yeah.
you cannot cross this boundary.
Yeah.
And then they're like, are you being so dramatic? Are
Yeah.
you crazy? Why are you arguing with me?
Yeah.
I want to sleep. I love a peaceful woman. Oh my God, your statement like, I need a peaceful woman who's not arguing with me, and you're the cause for all my discomfort.
But you know what they need? They need a woman who's gonna be there like her. Just shut up, do whatever he says.
A damsel in distress.
Yeah, like whatever they do, they have right, and they have your best interest at heart, even when they're cheating on your face. And for me now, it has become, I don't know if I will live this lifestyle again, because I feel like wote ni kama wako hivo, you know what I mean?
Kind of also me, I feel the same.
But I know I'm still not giving up on love. Whoa, I'm still gonna get my man and I'm gonna love it. But the thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna go all in again. But this time, you know, I've learned boundaries. I've learned where to say no. I've learned communication. Because I told you, I thrive in chaos.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I would actually, do you know, Aki, I'm toxic. I would actually wish my man would do a mistake, so that we can have something. If we stayed like 5 days at atujaletana juu, because maybe I took that song. I love it when we fight just to make up. I took it so serious. I took it literally.
I saw you sing that song and you're like,
yeah.
And I was like, this guy, why is she feeling this song? It's such a bad song.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I took it literally. I was like, I love it when we fight. So if we didn't fight,
that didn't give you the adrenaline to continue pushing. That relationship would be too boring for you.
Yeah, guy, 5 days we've not argued. I would wake up pissed off. Babe, what's up? Nothing, don't talk to me. Babe, did I do something? No. Please don't talk to me. The whole day I would stay like that. And then in the evening, I would bring up makosa ya kitambo. Do you know, I wonder what the fuck, why did you do that thing that day? Then my boyfriend would be like, yeah. So we discussed this and it's over. But then now he would go up because it's like, are you crazy? We talked about this thing and it's over. Then I'd be like, oh, now I'm crazy. Then we go high. Maybe I was talking. We go high, and then I'll be like.
But now that you say it, I'm like, is it really because you are, or because you never knew how to forgive? So all these issues, and then you know, like how people can just pass off like, sorry, I'm sorry, just to end the argument. And then for you, it's like, no, but we didn't come to a conclusion. So it
Yeah.
kept building up. So
Yeah.
when something slight or something didn't happen, obviously you're looking
For
for
some, yeah.
the closure from the other
Yeah.
argument.
Also, it stems from coming from a very dysfunctional family, and you're
Yeah.
used to chaos. Like you're just thriving chaos. So when it's peaceful, that's why I said I should have started therapy immediately. I started the relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe we could be together till now.
Mhm.
Because the things like I did, like agreeing to something that I know I will bring problems. He would say, babe, is it okay if I go outside with the boys? And I feel like I don't want him to, because I feel needy or I want to spend time with him. I'll be like, yeah, okay. But then get pissed off when he's back. He's like, sister, what did I do? You know, like I just thrive in this. When it's peaceful, I'm scared. Like
Yeah.
this is too good to be true. Let's put some, let's
Yeah.
inject some toxicity inside.
When you're
But it also stems from my background.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Because
it
for me,
is.
I am really avoidant of conflict.
Really?
Okay, for me, conflict is we're breaking up. Even in friendship and relationships, even in my family, I don't even know how to approach people after conflict. You know how I can be like, I'm so sorry. I take
Yeah.
accountability for my part and say like,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I hurt you in this way. But then afterwards, if you give me a cold shoulder, I'll be like, well, you don't want me anymore. You don't want me to talk to you. So
Yeah.
just leave. And I don't know how to deal. And now I'm like, okay, we're breaking up. In my mind, I'm like, okay, we're broken up. There's nothing else to discuss.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine, it's different. Conflict. Hey yo.
Because I saw a guy on the train,
Yeah.
and this guy was shouting at the woman. I got so angry because I was like, why do you embarrass people publicly? Would you confront someone publicly?
It depends with the intensity of
Would
madness.
you?
You don't joke with me. Don't
Oh
play
my
with
God,
me.
that
Me.
thing.
See, I told you I was in primary school and I was confronting a girl. What you telling Naniko primary school? Kwanza huku hata we are not allowed to date, and I'm
Yeah.
confronting her because of a man. What can stop me? But I
Wow.
think that was the other Caroline. This one, no.
Because for me, I feel like if you dared to, I hate being shouted at, firstly.
Yeah.
And I feel like for most people who really are, like people who reach for conflict, people like you,
Yeah.
I feel like you wouldn't be scared to raise your voice because, like you want to be heard.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, don't you dare shout
Shout
at
at
me.
me,
Because
yeah.
not for me now, it's like you're not trying to, and I'm not a shouter. So you're
Yeah.
going to overpower me. And then I will start to feel the need to like defend myself.
Yeah.
And then for me, my anger manifests physically and emotionally. So I would
Physically, you would hit me.
No, I would feel like I want to hurt myself, or I want to get hurt, or I would want to hurt you. Mpaka naanza
Really?
kutetemeka. Yeah. Because now
Oh,
I can't
wow.
shout. I
Me,
can't
I'm
be
just
like,
big on the mouth. More, I cannot. Like for me,
yeah,
I have a disadvantage.
yeah.
When you come from a big family, you have to know how to shout.
Okay.
Because I don't know, everybody wants their voice to be heard. So you learn the higher your voice is, the better you're heard. I don't know, it's a theory. So for me, I have the disadvantage of having a loud voice, because also I remember my ex would be like, "This is why you shouting." I'm like, I've not even started shouting. I'm talking normal. If I start shouting, and then for me, when I'm in that, I'm really dramatic. That one I will accept.
Yeah.
Something small, I will. The head will be
magnify.
shook. And then I wouldn't care about the surrounding, which is also pretty bad, because I remember me and my ex-boyfriend live in the same building.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go up the stairs so panting like a tiger. And then I'm like, what? Even the door is not closed, it would be like, come inside. And then you'd be like, oh, whoa. Enter inside fast. I was that kind of a girl, because for me, first of all, in my relationship, I thought my boyfriend was a god, like I can adored this guy. No wonder it didn't work. Like, you can replace God. So God was like, I adored this man. I literally did everything for him. He would kill, I would bury. Yeah. Period. Bonnie and Clyde. Shit, this boy, I would ride and die. No, I would not die for him.
Wow,
but I would ride. I would ride him and ride with him.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Because ride and die, that's for fools.
No, I'm not dying for you. He would die for me too, though. And then the moment he did a mistake, that's why I was saying it's too hard for me to forgive. The moment he did the first mistake, it took me 3 months to accept it. in my head, like, wow, he really fucked up. Because I was like, nah, this guy can never, ever fuck up.
Because he's a god. God never fucks up.
Yeah, and also I feel like
you gave him so much power over you.
Yeah, well, that one I did. But I felt like Ushaisuke soulmate.
Yeah.
Have you watched Hotel Transylvania?
Yeah.
Do you know what is a zing?
Yeah.
This guy was my zing. He was my zing. I even started calling zing.
Man, we're so dumb. I have a nickname. If we start to say pet names we've given our, I never call my partners a name I have ever called a previous partner.
Really?
So when you say you're zing now, I'm like, yeah, maybe that's my next pet name.
Yeah, like he was my zing. And I was singing for him. You were my zing, zing, zing.
Should we give you the clown to pack him up?
Okay. But it was my first relationship commit,
Yeah.
and I was so in love. And also I thought, you see the kind of relationship we had, it's not your normal relationship. So I thought that, wow, if we can pull this together, bro.
What grew your relationship between like you two?
What grew?
Yeah, what made you like, oh my god, now this is, you see, because you put him from a pedestal. Yeah,
sex, Aish. Me and this guy. No, we started off as friends.
Yeah.
When I was an au pair, I head off on Saturday evening through Sunday through Monday, and then I would come and spend with him. I would tell him how things are hard or how the week was, and he would be like, we would like cuddle me, I found my home in him.
Okay.
I found my home in him, and oh wow, those days were beautiful.
Actually, when you start dating someone, it's like the world comes to an end. It's just me and you.
I know, but also what I loved about us is we could easily communicate. Like I could be honest with my, the way it's so hard to be 100% honest with people. I could be 100% honest with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always honest with him. I feel like.
Sir, if you're a liar, see me. I've told you all my life. I've been living double life.
Yeah. Now that's
So now at Mbaka I was saying, ama niyo ndio ilifanya tukakosa. You're like, I mimi sitai tena, sitai kuwa honest and say. But that is what grew us. Like we were really into each other, and when I met him, the way he told me his dreams, I was like, oof. And that is the time I was already starting my real estate investment. So I was like, una tutagrow na mbaya. And the sex, the chemistry, I would, oof, hi, Jesus, like we were just soulmates.
Wow, hiyo yako. Congratulations. For me, I remember with this guy I was in a relationship with.
Yeah.
And we really struggled with communication. This guy, firstly, we lived in the same estate.
Yeah.
And he would refuse to talk to me for 2 months and have all the excuses. See, I was also a very secure person.
Yeah.
And then I meet this person and they're not communicating. And then I started to ask questions because every single time, like, they had to make time for their sport and not to make time for us. But in this sport also, I hear rumors that the other people, and I'm like, am I not enough? Why am I in this relationship even? And then I had to force myself to go. And at this point, we're really bad communicators. Me and him. He would always make excuses why he cannot see me.
Yeah.
And that was so complicated. So every single time I used to be so angry because why are you making excuses? I want to talk to you, but then I didn't know how to. I'm avoidant of conflict first because that's going obviously to make me, have like to resolve this thing.
Yeah.
And then I would have to communicate about why I'm pissed. Yeah. And I never used to also like vulnerability because why should he see me when I'm angry? Yeah. I want to be I want him to view me as a composed person.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of went on for a while. I wasn't talking much. And then one time it blew up and and I feel like this is also very consistent and I feel it's a very bad pattern that I have.
Yeah.
That when you break me and then I'm like, you think I could spare you? And I use every single, that point that hurts the most.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that.
Really?
Yeah. So that's...
You go down low.
Yeah, I feel like when you take me really low, and then I'm like, oh, I've given you too many chances. I don't just pop. Because now, if you think I don't get
You're
hurt,
not
especially
Michelle Obama.
if you make me like cry, it's so hard for me to cry. I barely cry. I think like
Really?
in a year I
I'm
count
a
how
crier.
in
Oh
a year
my
I count
God.
how many times I cry, and I'm like, that is such a sign of weakness. I always
Really?
never want to feel like I'm weak. Yeah.
I'm a crier.
So that was it for us, and so our communication was really bad.
Yeah.
So that really messed with our relationship, and also because we couldn't communicate. For us, conflict, I feel like in that relationship, communication was our biggest issue
Yeah.
because we had no way in which we could speak. It was always like, I don't know, we just were so complicated.
Oh, wow.
So, and then now to my other relationships, I think I started to like want to understand how conflict and communication works. Okay, it's so hard for me. Imagine me when I'm angry. For me, conflict is so big. For me, to date, I still don't know how to resolve conflict between people. It's so easy for me to be accountable for my mistakes, but then after I apologize and said sorry, I don't know how to talk to you afterwards unless you talk to me first.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So after this relationship, maybe I can just like hop into my next relationship, because this is where I got my first really severe heartbreak, and then I took a while, because you know me, I'm always like, I don't like to sit in heartbreaks. Heartbreaks kill me, and I feel like I don't want to feel that pain, so I just did someone else really quick.
So you just rebound.
Yeah, I rebound, and the rebound just becomes a relationship. I feel like that's how my relationships have always functioned.
Oh, wow.
Like,
but that's a power.
It's not a power, no.
Because you know me, I've been trying a rebound, but it's not my thing, y'all.
Man, let me tell you, I feel like being with a rebound. Firstly, you see how people say like you take your baggage from a past relationship to your new one.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever do that, but that's very probable. Probably it's because I'm looking it in my perspective.
Yeah.
But probably for someone from outside is gonna say like, no, Joy, that's not how you do it.
I am the someone. Yeah, you.
Because then I feel like when I ask like what, because I don't think this has to do with seeking validation, but I love to ask like, what do you think? What turns you off about me? And I remember one time, man, because this rebounding thing too fast, and I hadn't forgotten the name of the previous boyfriend. Yeah. So when I went to this new boyfriend, I called him by the other boyfriend's name. So
but I would give you a pass for that, because also my ex-boyfriend called me the name of his.
How did it feel for you, guy? Me, I was like, Aki. I thought this only happens in some new things.
No, it was like we were on holiday actually, and then it was like, call me that name. I was like, what'd you say? Then he was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
To me, that was embarrassing. I was like, ooh, how can I forget? Yeah. So I feel like that's the bad thing. Like it's almost like you're healing in your new relationship. Yeah. So I didn't go with every single time I left, it was like I'm running away from the pain. But when I'm experiencing this new thing, I'm not trying to compare with the past. But when I start to see like things like, because I've been in a relationship where I've been cheated before, so I know the patterns of cheating. Ukianza kuweka simu upside down, unaongea kwa choo, ati choo unapupu for 1 hour. Hata mimi nakuja hapo tupupu pamoja kuzai. And I feel like, so now I start comparing, because now it's pretty evident.
You're very alert, like when you see something.
Yeah, so I feel like it's made me super alert, which is kind of a bad thing.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Do you think maybe it may work on a disadvantage, because maybe this person could just have a weird habit of, so for example, like maybe this guy just likes to go to the toilet and start reading news, what they do
for 1 hour.
Me, in my previous relationship, we had a routine. My boyfriend would go to the toilet for like 1 hour, and then he'd be like, babe, it's time to shower. And so imagine if I thought from the previous relationship, and I totally know what he was doing. I mean, he was matching holes on Tinder for sure, but but it was time that he would take also to check his stocks.
But you see, that's the thing. It's not just about checking stocks or looking at the news. It's always like, I want to do something. Why can't you do it when you're here with me? because then I won't ask you. If you do
But
it right in my
it's
face,
comfortable in the toilet.
yeah,
when
because it's almost like, you know, it's something that you don't want to get caught. Let me tell you, me when I build my toilets, they will have mirrors everywhere. Ndo nikiwa bedroom na kuona.
you want to control everything.
But that's not control. So I feel like this is the bad thing about getting rebounds that
Yeah.
you develop, because I said like I was a very secure person,
Yeah.
and then I became very, I think, insecure. Now I started growing insecurity because like, why are you taking so long?
Yeah.
And then, you know, reading the patterns, like when your phone is upside down, and then I would
Yeah.
notice like you don't make certain calls, or like you, man, it's so easy for me to know a cheater nowadays, and I feel like I just speak. Sometimes maybe I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
you see, that's also a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when you compare, but when you have a relationship and you have nothing to compare, then you just go like open-minded.
Yeah. That's how I went in my previous now, and also that you're talking about comparison. So when my relationship ended, I was like, I tried everything. I became addicted to alcohol. Everything. You know the stages of heartbreak. It's like grieving an alive person. Wish they were dead. So and then there's one thing that I did not hide, like going on dates. So I remember now I was going on dates and I was like, oh wow, if it was him, he would have. I actually stopped because I was not enjoying it anymore, because I'm there literally comparing everything, and then I'm like, if it was him, I wouldn't have to tell you what I like, or you know already. Like, it's so difficult when you're coming out of a relationship and going into a new one very quick, because you've not like worked on this is the past now, and you're ready for a new thing. You're just going in.
Okay, but imagine it doesn't function that way for me. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like when I sat on a heartbreak for a while, I was like, I feel
bad.
like physically it's even draining me. I used to
Yeah.
stay in bed for long periods of time. I didn't want to eat. Nilikuwa nakula mkate and tea
And
peke
we're going to
yake.
talk about heartbreak on the next episode, because wow, heartbreak has really developed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now I went into a relationship with someone else.
Yeah.
This guy was like from the western side.
Yeah.
And we got into a relationship. But then the relationship started very nicely. He was so romantic, you know, getting me breakfast in bed.
Hey.
Yeah, that, you know, now me, I'm living like I'm in the fantasy books. You open chapter 8 where the guy comes in and she gave him kitchen and color. Yes. That was me. And then shortly afterwards, it kind of changed, because now we started like arguing a lot about money. And this was because, you know, well, his dad passed on when he was really young.
Yeah.
And my dad, you know, he's alive, and my parents are both capable.
Yeah.
So they really support also me when I like say I want to start a business. They support coming from them. My siblings really support me as well. So, and I'm a really good saver. So maybe see I start like, because you know, like he starts to compare me, you know, my ex used to do this and you're not doing this. So I want to overcompensate, because I want you to see as I'm a good person as well. Then he started saying like, I love submissive women do this, and CG, you're not doing this. So to compensate, I started like, we started like this thing, which it actually, to me, I don't know if I would say like it started as a pattern, but I didn't see it, you know, happening extensively.
Yeah.
So he started asking for money, kidogo kidogo, and then he'd be like, yeah, lend me this amount of money. And my mom was like, hey Joy, why are you spending your money? You never spend your money. I never see you spending your money. And I'd be like, no, yes, you know, I'm putting on investment. But this guy told me, okay, give me money, we're going to invest. This is our future together. You're my ride or die. So me say, if you call me a ride or die, it's almost like an eek. Because me, nilitwa ride or die, and I died. I was really dying.
The one who died.
I died completely, and he rode on. So
yeah.
So he started like asking for a small amount of money, and then I started like, when I didn't have more money, he started to say like, you know, you need to get a loan for me. You need to get a loan for me because you're investing in our business. You need to put more money for us, because it's going for us, babe. It's our lifetime investment. You know, I'm gonna marry you.
Oof.
But I'm not very sure about commitment, so I don't even know how marriage works without commitment. So you see, now me, I'm still a fool, because like I'm trying to win him over, and and now this messiah complex that I have, I want to save him. So it got to a part where we developed a pattern where if he didn't ask me for money, then I would feel like I'm not giving myself my all to him. So I would
Ew.
even get angry when he doesn't ask me for money and he gets money from somewhere else. But then when he asks me na sina, nakasirika because now it got to a point where nishamaliza yangu, and then he's like, no, but siombe babako, you're choosing to be broke by choice because your dad can give you money.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it became such a
It's
complicated
the
cycle.
entitlement.
I
What?
know. After maybe I was like, hey, nice, you're entitled. And then
But that
he
is
was like,
guilt tripping you too.
and he was
What?
like, even your sisters, your sister is making so much money in her job. Why do you not get money from her? So you can get money. If you loved me, you would have gotten that money. And then I go and talk to my sister, and I'm like, hey, nani atalipa hiyo deni? Mimi. Okay,
Were you normal?
I say I don't think I am normal because when I
Guy,
look back, I'm
but
like,
he's such those are narcissistic behavior. I'm not a therapist, but I diagnose you, you need help. Bro, you need help. Because seriously, first of all, he's guilt tripping you by telling you, I don't have a dad, you have a dad who's capable. So what? He's my father, not our father.
yeah, but now for me, because also I think I have toxic empathy because now I feel bad, and now toxic empathy, people pleasing, and then you put
Messiah
it together
complex.
with Messiah complex.
Ah, you were finished.
And he knew because he told me like, I know sometimes when I'm doing things to you to make you feel guilty because he knows I'm emotional in that way. So when he says something emotional and then he attaches it to money, then he knows like, yeah, she's gonna feel bad. Obviously, she's gonna give him money. So it became such a pattern. And then now I started to establish boundaries and say, no, you're taking too much. I don't have enough money. I think you need to stop. We need to break this pattern. And then now we started fighting a lot because he was like, shame on you. You don't respect me. You need to respect your man. I've never had a disrespectful woman like you. Do you think you're the first woman who's giving men money? You know how other men are giving.
And this guy isn't like the whole time my mouth is like, because I'm like, where? Hiya.
Yeah, and then he would communicate with his sisters. So
but let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel loved by him?
When it wasn't about money topics, then I felt like he was really loving with me. But then when you ask me this, I'm like, was it love though? Because if someone hurts you intentionally, because for him, he was like, yeah, but I know when I hurt you and I know what, to poke. So you can feel guilty and then you do what I want you to do. And to me, I'm thinking, imagine rationally, I'm thinking, I know what I'm doing is wrong. I don't know how to stop myself from doing this. Mi naenda kwa therapist namwambia, hey, I'm in a problem. I've lent this guy 400,000, and that time ilikuwa pesa kidogo. 400k was like kidogo. We hadn't even gotten like half the amount. So I'm like, I don't know what to do because I can't stop myself. And I feel like if he doesn't ask, I have the need to always, And then when he asks, I get angry because now he's putting me in a situation where I have to, he guilt trips me like your dad. If your dad can afford you, you're choosing by choice. But I came from and my mom doesn't have work. Also my sisters. And then
but how is that your business, bro? Whoa!
It's even worse because now swindler. The family. I don't know if I should say this part, but
say that they need our healing.
But like, also it got to a point where the sister also would lie. I don't know what communication, but if both of them were like, don't talk about this, protect our conversation, and the girls also like, protect our conversation. So communication that you have to do, kama wote wanakuomba pesa, then you like.
So he made you like you don't talk with other people, so you cannot share the problems that you're going through.
He was like, yeah, you need to protect our conversations. When I started, like, I told one of my friends, he really hated her. He was like, no, you don't know how to respect relationships if you can't protect the conversations you have. Money is an issue between you and
narcissist, yeah. Clearly, I know.
Money was an issue between you and I. So even I couldn't tell my mom or my friends.
Yeah, he isolates you completely so that he can really use you without somebody. Somebody would have checked you maybe if you talked with your sister. Your sister would be like, are you crazy?
But my younger sister knew. And then she was like, why are you doing it, Joy? I don't understand. And then I'm like, I don't know, man. And so, yeah. And then my friend was like, hey, Joy, you're crazy. I remember one time I got called out by like my sister's, my friend's sister.
Yeah.
We were out and then she was like, Joy, I saw you sending money yesterday. I had like 20k or something. And then I said, yeah, I need to deposit. I'm really looking for a place to deposit this money. I don't know where to deposit. And she asked me, why are you taking all this money? How can you even carry cash like this? Then I said, nah, I have a friend, because, I'm protecting him. I have a friend who needs money. And then she's like, what type of friend needs money from you? 20K? What is it for? And then I was like, hey, you're being too much in my... And I hated feeling like people asking too much, because the way we function in this relationship is protect our relationship, don't speak too much about
and you want to
situation.
Be loyal.
Yeah, and I want to be loyal, so I'm protecting my guy. And I disliked her afterwards, because I was like,
uliambukiza toxicity.
Because after tulifika after nimeshamwambia pana ilikuwa best yangu fulani, so this is the following day nakumbuka tulikuwa tunaenda ku check out some shamba, because me I'm looking for money to invest. At least nikiinvest sikuwa naweza kudanganya pia, like niko na do, ama akijua like tuseme mzaya amelipa wifi ama nimepata like 3k more, angejua alafu ako like but ulipata 3k nipatie, si mbona naitumia.
That can never be me.
Have you ever financed a guy?
Oh, where? Are you mad? No, this is the thing. Guy, you have shocked me. Like all my hairs are like this. Now, what has happened for me before is, when I was dating sugar daddies, I dated a younger dude that I could also, take us for lunch. But those are the extremes. But in my relationship, my past relationship, I would be in a position that I would gift my man. He treated me like a queen. I treated him like a king. So I would happily buy him expensive gifts and not feel bad about it, because he's treating me also so nicely. And also when we went to holidays, I would exactly foot the bills. Or when we went, I wouldn't mind me and him going for a dinner of like 300 euros and I pay. Because he's doing so much for me, you feel like you want to also appreciate him that way. And also it's my language, like dressing up and going for expensive dinners I love. So I would go, but I would pay maybe once in every 10 times we go. No, or once the whole relationship. But at a finance that you call me, I can lend you money, because also I think my boyfriend lent me money and I never paid back. He's my boyfriend. Me, I'm never paying back.
Really? Yeah, but I also don't expect my boyfriend to lend me back.
Yeah, but you can tell. Then when next is in a fix, like, hey Caroline, I need 1K and I have it, I can easily give him, because he comes through for me and I can come through for him. But si ati uanze hapa tabia kuniombaomba pesa
yetu ilikuwa tabia mpaka sasa. When I draw a clear line, like, no, we shouldn't go there now. This is too much. Now he gets offended because I'm not doing it, because he's already entitled to it.
Yeah.
Then he's not entitled to mine only. He's entitled to my dad's, my sister's.
Okay, since you borrow your dad, guy.
You can't ask your sister. And Nico like, hey, you're entitled to the money. And then he's like, you don't understand. I'm getting kicked out of the house. How else? If you're my woman, you should do. Then Nico like, anyway, akina kikufu kunja, wacha tu nimpatie. Ndio nijitolee guilt. I'm such a guilty. Mimi. Yeah, I have come to save you. Yes, please.
Okay, save yourself first, sister.
So yeah, that was the relationship, and then we had to end it because when I came to Germany, I made an agreement, like, can you please stop this frequency? Because I'm coming and I'm by myself. I can't continue because this is draining me.
Yeah.
And then it continued for a while. Actually, now we were fighting a lot more. And he was always like, no, but like, it's just, do you not see, like, when I go to this country, I'm going to really, come through for us. This is how I'm going to make a livelihood, and then I'm going to give you back all your money. Just give him more money.
Yeah.
And I remember I was supposed to pay my rent. And then akanitisha pesa ya rent. So me...
Guy, I'm shocked. I'm like, you're not going to say what I'm thinking you're going to say, but you're still going there. Like, I'm like, oh yeah.
So me nikampatia pesa rent. This was like, unajua you're supposed to pay deposit and rent.
Yeah.
So me, he asked, and he's like, no, but like, see, you can also pay for your own rent. What's the big deal? So you have your dad. Then I'm like, okay, maybe, but let this be the last. Sasa mi nimelipa flight, nimelipa sijui visa, accommodation, everything for him in the other country. And then now, because I had suspected he was cheating on me,
Yeah.
and then I had gotten contacts from, I snooped on
It's fun.
in his device, and then I found like a woman's contact when they're cheating with him.
Yeah.
So I text these women, and then I'm like, hey, we're not in a relationship. I just want to understand, like, what relationship did you guys have together? And she's like, he's my boyfriend. And I'm like, is he? Yeah, he's actually coming to this country, and we're going to meet. Nani and finance your trip. I tell you, I felt so heartbroken. I was shocked.
Guy. Like you're financing your boyfriend to go see his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Aki, how crazy is that?
I was like, huyu na yeye aki my mom atasikia story yote aki pale mom dada sijue funga TV asione so yeah. And then now after that I think that was it for me, because I was like, hey, now this is too much. I couldn't believe it felt like couldn't believe I was financing someone to finance someone else. Like, how could you? And the woman is like, yeah, but we want to introduce him to my family, that's why he's coming. And I'm like, na vile nimetoa pesa yangu mimi na work huku. And obviously, like, working in Germany, you have to use so many hours. I work crazy hours.
Yeah.
And I'm working crazy hours just to finance this guy so he could finance another woman. It felt horrible. And then now I came to Germany and we have a different relationship.
Yeah, I'm like, guy, you're talking, and then I'm just imagining, I'm like, I would be in prison right now because of killing somebody, Hey.
But that was, like, it's still a learning curve. I'm really happy I got,
you cut it.
I cut that, because it was so hard to get out of it. So for me to be like, no, now this is enough. Because I remember your time when I'm telling you I was supposed to pay my rent. He took my rent money. He said, I'm gonna give you back your rent money. And then when I move into the apartment, I still don't have my money. And then I'm like, what do you expect me to do? I can't move into. And he's like, are you exaggerating? Kwani watu wangapi? You won't be the first one person mwenye halipi rent. And I was like, nilale nje kwa sababu yako. Akaniambia, no, but that's the least of my concerns. Actually, abu nichukulie. Akaniambia, if you want this money, send me more money and then I'm gonna send it to you. And then I'm like, why? Then he's like, no, I'm getting caught up. I can't talk about this. If you want your money, send me more money. Chukua loan.
Is there juju in Western Kenya?
And I did. I took more money ndo anirudishie pesa yangu.
Wewe umezidi guy.
So now,
oh my god, guys, I feel like this episode has to end right now because I can't even collect myself. Like, we truly need to sit down again.
Yeah, maybe we need to end the conversation at this. But like, my dating experiences have been, when I'm here, I have learned a lot from relationships.
Ni mkono wa Mungu. Haikuwa rahisi, guy. Okay, I'm shocked. Like, I'm trying to comprehend everything that you've said and wonder if it's true. Is it a movie? Is it? I'm like,
that's how I felt. Like, let me tell. And then shortly, that was the time Tinder Swindler ilikuwa imetoka. So I'm watching and I'm like, it kind of feels like I had just watched this movie and it really makes sense, like, however this is happening. I was so scared. And then this woman is like the woman who I called, and she's like, I asked her, like, does he finance you? And then she said, no, he actually asked me for money. And I was like,
so it's a habit of him.
I asked him, like, no, I was like, Connie, how many women? And then there's another ex who he'd just called to ask for money to whatever apartment, I can't remember.
My god, like, this conversation just comes to an end. I mean, guys, we're going to have another sit down because right now it's just, I cannot fathom anymore. I cannot think literally. So guys, please write on the comment section what you think about Joy. Don't even think about me anymore. Think about her. Like, what the hell?
No, but don't judge.
Do not judge her. She has changed.
You judged me.
I'm just shocked. Like, I cannot express my feelings in all honesty. I'm shocked. I'm like, what? Haya. I thought hata mimi ati ndo nimefanya mavitu.
But I think, anyway, we live, we learn.
Yeah, we'll live, we learn. So what's your takeout on relationships?
Financial stability. Get a guy who is very financially literate. Me kwanza, that I never used to care about finances, but after this now, when I when I see women saying like I need someone who's financially stable, to
Yeah.
me I'm like I would
Makes
definitely
sense.
back you up,
Yeah.
because now it's and
You've been
then
there.
don't change for someone else,
Yeah.
but you can always say no. Have
Exactly.
strict boundaries,
Yeah.
because that's why for me like it's so easy to get gaslit at Ukiambwa,
Yeah.
you have a parent and I don't. That's not my fault.
Yeah, exactly. It has nothing to do with you, and you should
Yeah.
not feel guilty.
Yeah, so guys, you need to really know how to establish boundaries, because I was
Yes.
so bad with
Clear,
it.
clear.
You?
Yeah, me too. I would say establish clear boundaries. It's okay to say no in a relationship.
Yeah.
Your boyfriend is not entitled to everything that he requests,
Yeah.
or your girlfriend is not entitled to everything. And also learn to communicate. Learn how to communicate exactly how you feel, but in a more loving way. Don't be there to kuongea venye unataka, or don't be a chaos starter. And wow, this has been a very
But also I
interesting.
think it's right for us to tell them, like, as much as they're not being curious starter, I think it's good to talk to someone. You see
Yeah.
how I was like told, you shouldn't talk about this situation to
Yeah,
your family or friends.
exactly. Yeah.
Please talk when you feel like it's
Something is not right. Yeah, always talk. Either your parents, either a therapist, maybe
Yeah.
anyone, friends, somebody that will not judge you and make you even feel more worse.
Yeah.
So guys, we're definitely gonna have another sit down about relationships, because I feel like there's more to unpack from Joy's side. And also there's more we've not talked about. And
Yeah.
so please guys, tell us in the comment section, what has your dating been like? What have you learned? Is there anything that we have said that is similar to your situation? And we will have a conversation in the comment section, right?
Yeah.
So that is it, guys. Remember to subscribe, share these with friends, and from us to you, it's bye bye.